Hi, welcome to the Try This at Home podcast, where we drink and review teas, or we eat a tea recipe every week and review them for you. I'm one of your hosts, Mark.
And I'm Katie. It sounds like the tea kettle is whistling, so let's go ahead and get started. Hello, today is our 8th day of Christmas teas, reviewing the winter variety pack from Ohio Tea Company. Today we are looking at Duchess Grey, which I assumed would be something like Earl Grey, which made me curious as to, the rank of the various nobility. Mm-hmm. And I determined that a duchess is higher than an earl, or at least a duke/duchess is higher than an earl/countess. I assumed that, back in the day, women had no power sort of deal, so an earl might have ended up being higher than a duchess. But in theory, the duchess is higher, so in theory, this should be a better tea, right? That's how that works?
I guess.
I'm going to make a tea and call it King Grey.
Oh.
And it's going to be, or maybe Emperor Grey.
Oh, there we go.
But anyways, I finally feel like I'm more in a Christmassy mood. Random side tangent. I just want to tell you all, we don't have a Christmas tree due to the fact that we just got married this summer and have not yet purchased an artificial tree. And we wanted to get a real one, but then we realized that the rabbit would eat it. So we got a string of Christmas lights, and we used painter's tape and taped them up to the wall in a Christmas tree shape. So I feel way more festive now.
That's good.
Anyways, so yeah, this is going to be a really Christmassy one, even though it's not a Christmassy tea, it's just a winter tea, but that's fine. So, the price from Ohio Tea Company for 1 ounce is $2.75. So this is one of the less expensive ones we've seen in their winter variety pack. I think the least expensive so far. Oh. For 4 ounces, you'll get 20% off, so it'll be $8.80. For 8 ounces, you get 35% off, so it'll be $14.40. And for 16 ounces, you'll get 45% off, so it'll be $24.20. So not a bad deal for a loose leaf tea.
No.
There's not a description of it on their website, and the ingredients actually aren't on their website, but they're on the package. So we have black tea, cornflower petals, artificial and natural flavors. So I'm not super excited about the artificial flavors in this, but I assume that there's probably bergamot oil because it's Duchess Grey, which I assume was intended to be reminiscent of Earl Grey.
Probably.
Maybe I'm totally missing the mark on that, but missing the mark. I don't miss Mark because he's here with me. I'm in a mood today, guys.
Indeed.
But Mark, that I am not missing. Tell us about brewing this tea.
So I opened the package and it smelled really good. I don't think I smelled the tea all that much. I was mostly smelling some form of citrus. So
probably the bergamot.
Right.
I was in the living room and I just hear him go, ooh, spicy.
It smelled really nice. I would not mind having a candle that smelled like this. So it's a black tea, so 1 teaspoon at boiling for 4 to 5 minutes.
We did 5 or 4?
I believe I did 5.
Okay, cool. It smells like bergamot. It smells sweeter than most Earl Greys have smelled to me.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I forgot to comment on the color, but
Yes.
It looks like the color of black tea.
Yeah, it's definitely... Yep, that's what it looks like. But...
Yeah, it smells... I don't know how to explain it besides it smells sweeter than a normal Earl Grey.
Maybe a little bit more citrusy and fruity.
Like, if you've had Lady Grey as opposed to Earl Grey, it's leaning towards that more. Mm-hmm. But I think it's still going to taste different. I can't guarantee that since I don't have a Lady Grey with me to compare it to.
Right.
But that's my guess. Do you want to try it first, Mark?
Sure. I think it tastes very much like an Earl Grey.
Oh no, one of our tree branches of Christmas lights just fell down. If you heard it. I don't know if you could hear it or not. Yeah, I was expecting it to taste sweeter based on how it smelled.
Yeah, I think this is one where the thing that makes it different from the similar teas is the smell more than the taste.
There is a little more lemon.
Is there?
Yeah. And also, it's not a super strong. Like, some Earl Greys, you feel like you're being punched in the face. And I don't feel like I'm being punched in the face.
Yeah, I can see that now.
Do you get the lemon?
Yes.
Okay. So, yeah, it's a little more citrusy variety.
It's very good.
It is pretty good. I would rather drink this than Earl Grey.
Oh, that's...
But...
You seem to like Earl Grey, so that's saying quite a bit.
See, the thing is, I like Earl Grey in a London fog. If I have to drink something straight, I would much rather drink this.
Okay.
I think if you tried to put this in a fog, the fogginess might cover the flavor up too much for me.
Right.
But Earl Grey I like in a fog. I don't generally enjoy drinking it straight.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
But this is quite good straight.
It is.
We ready to move on to the rebrew?
Yep.
We are just moving through this one.
So this one has been... Oops, I forgot to stop my timer. It's been going for about 5 minutes, 30 seconds-ish.
Normally, we would have just let it rebrew till we were ready for it, but it looked like it was pretty dark already.
Oh, yeah.
Now that I'm seeing it with the tea leaves taken out, it's definitely lighter.
Oh, yeah.
More of a caramel color. Would you call that a caramel color?
Right. It's definitely yellowed up a little bit.
It smells a lot less strong. I assume it'll taste a lot less strong. You can go for it.
Oh, okay.
I let him to taste it first a lot of the time because if it's too hot, then I don't have to experience that. He does.
Definitely a lot more mild. It tastes more like it's just a black tea.
I would definitely still drink it though.
Oh yeah.
It's not a rebrew that's going to taste exactly the same, but it still tastes good.
Right.
It's not watered down. It's just lacking some of the flavor that was on top of the tea.
Right.
So it doesn't taste like watery tea. It just tastes more like tea.
Right. Yeah. You've lost the citrus and the other fruitiness.
There's still a little bit of lemon there.
Yeah.
But overall, a lot milder.
For sure.
Mark, pros and cons on this tea.
I guess one thing that I'm not sure if it's a pro or a con because of what my next thing is going to be is it's very similar to Earl Grey.
Yes.
But as a pro, for sure, I think it's a lot better to just drink straight. I think Earl Grey is something you would want to put in milk or something.
Yeah, definitely. I think this would be a good tea for when I think to myself that I want Earl Grey, but what I want is not really Earl Grey. What I want is something like this, or a London fog. But a London fog takes some, effort. So...
I guess you could say that.
And by effort, I mean asking you to make it.
Yeah.
So not really any effort on my part. But
we should do a London fog at some point in time.
I'm sure we will do a London fog at some point in time. But anyways, I also really appreciate that this is a relatively inexpensive tea.
Oh, that is
It is the least expensive loose leaf tea that we have reviewed so far.
Wow.
It's actually cheaper per ounce than some tea bag teas we have reviewed.
Wow.
I know. So, a good option. Good for when you're not feeling just black tea, but you don't want to be punched in the face by bergamot.
Yeah.
All around, a good tea. Would buy again.
Definitely.
I think that's it for today. Have a great day until we see you again tomorrow. Except for us, it won't be tomorrow, and it may or may not be tomorrow for you, depending on if you're sick of our voices yet.
I feel like it will be tomorrow for us.
Actually, you're right. I forgot it was a Saturday, so tomorrow we have time.
We do.
But regardless, have a great day, guys.